good evening, everyone. This is Elma. Um, I'm so happy to be back here today because I was away last week. I was not feeling well because of COVID. I'm not 100% well tonight. I still actually have some cold, but it's fine. We are still going through, and I'm so excited to bring you today the brains behind Braincert, which is the number one all-in-one unified training platform. And here with us tonight is Yasin, who is the CEO and the founder. And with him are Rini and Shania, and they are both part of inside sales of Braincert. Now, Yasin, can you please tell us more about? Okay, before I ask Yasin to tell us more about Braincert, just to let you know, guys, Braincert is actually a really good alternative. I wouldn't even say alternative. It's so much better than Kajabi, Teachable, Thinkific, Learn World, and Talent LMS. So if you had already those LMS software, be ready to be blown away by this app. And Yasin will tell us more about Brainsert, while Rini and Abdul, they will show us some use cases and what are the best practices of when using Braincert. And on top of that, we have a giveaway tonight. So please stay tuned, and you have to be present at the end of the live stream to claim the giveaway. Okay. So yes, Yasin, good evening. Good morning to you. By the way, you are in Virginia, right?
Yeah, I'm based in Herndon, Virginia. And first of all, thanks everyone for joining the webinar. It's a pleasure to have you all, and thanks Elma for inviting us. We are so excited to present Braincert solution.
Okay. So can you please tell us more about Braincert and why Braincert is a much better alternative to Kajabi, Teachable, Thinkific, Tutor, Talent LMS, and Learn World.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's we launched Braincert back in the year 2013. So it's been quite like 9 years in the market. So we primarily launched as an all-in-one platform even in 2013. Way before 2013, a lot of people know Braincert for the assessment platform because we launched the first Braincert version in the year 2001. It's actually 2 decades old. So nearly a decade, like it was a free service. We were offering a lot of practice exams for Microsoft, Cisco, and a lot of techies out there. They know Braincert because they passed the certification. They took all the practice test with the Braincert platform. It was kind of like my hobby project, like a side project that I was doing at the time. And then I realized the potential. A lot of people keep asking us, "You have a really good assessment platform," and I really enjoyed doing the labs at the time. How can I do more? Like, how can we do like courses or things of that sort? And I also saw a gap in that specific area because I work for a lot of big companies, like top 5 companies, I would say. The learning is always in bits and pieces. You have, if you want to do like compliance training, you need to log into one software. I need to, if you want to take another skill development course, you have to, onboard to a different platform, and then to take assessments, they will onboard you to one another platform. So all the information in this in the knowledge journey is kind of like spread out. Like everything is not like unified in one place. And also for video conferencing or team meeting, you go like WebEx or those type of things those days. So then I thought like there is a really need for a platform like Braincert. So we went into a full blown development, and it took like nearly like 3 to 4 years to fully develop and relaunch in the year 2013. So Braincert is primarily an all-in-one unified training platform. It is designed in such a way that it goes beyond the traditional online courses, right? So most of the competitors or the platforms out there, they mainly focus on courses like, hey, monetize your content, by selling your courses, upload content, upload videos, sell the courses, but they miss the whole, the entire journey of how the e-learning process needs to be. Like, how are you retaining the customers? How are you engaging the learners? How are you retaining your employees and engaging your employees? And how are you evaluating the strengths and weaknesses of your customers, partners, or employees, right? So, and how are you collaborating with your, with your students? So most of the platform, they cannot answer this, right? So if you just look at the online testing itself, right? Like testing is just a very, very important integral part of any training, right? So without meaningful assessments, skills decay over a period of time. I would say like about like 90 to 95% of your new skills are lost within a year without meaningful assessment, right? That is why the assessment needs to be done on a continuous basis, and that's why like the Braincert platform, it stands out like because of a robust assessment platform that is tightly integrated with courses, our virtual classroom gamification engine to reward your learners, engage your learners, retain your learners. So the brain set can be used for two different use cases, right? So I would say we are the first platform to do that. You can use that to sell your online courses, assessments, products, live classes, and so on. And you can also use that for your employee, partner, and customer training in a private setup, right? So you can use that for like so many use cases. So I use that for delivering compliance training, workplace skills improvement, customer partner training, proctored exams, or even as a marketplace. If you want to sell your courses, assessment, or your knowledge to the world, you can also create shopping cart, create like upsell, all those pipelines, marketing emails, everything like that, laid out, and you can also sell the content to your audience, right? So you can use that for so many use cases, the Braincert platform. Hope that,
Okay.
yeah.
Right. And actually, if we look at the website of Braincert, you can find there a list of use cases, a list of industries that Braincert is actually used or is already used. So I've seen the oil industry or the hospitals, medical, healthcare, hospitality. So, yeah, so all these are really, really, really good.
Yeah, so another thing to highlight here, thanks, Elma. So let me actually share my screen.
Okay.
Yeah, hope everyone can see my screen.
Not yet, not yet. Okay, so let's.
Okay,
Okay, so now we can see your screen.
okay, perfect. Yeah, so we go beyond like course delivery with what we call collaborative learning. So assessment, virtual classroom, gamification, all the tools and features tightly comes integrated within the platform. So each product or feature could be, I mean, each feature could be a product by itself, right? If you look at other platforms, they sell only the courses. They don't have unified content management or assessment or virtual classroom, gamification, whiteboards. So you can look at how comprehensive the platform is. It took nearly like 3 4 years for us to develop the core product, and we've been like enhancing and adding so many features for the last 9 years, and we're still growing in terms of maturity level, right? So one thing I want to highlight, because you touched on the hospitality and the medical industry. So we primarily focus a lot on security and compliance, because that is very important when you select a platform. How good is your data, right? Like whether it's a SOC 2 Type 2 certified or ISO compliant, GDPR, HIPAA compliant. So we have all the compliance and certification. We actually maintain all the compliance in our compliance platform. We get audited by third-party auditors every single year, right? So we are SOC 2 Type 2 certified, ISO certified, HIPAA compliant, McAfee enterprise ready, and this is all our security posture, like how we handle your data, how we encrypt your data, and how do we do background check for our own employees so they don't touch your data. So all these things, it's very important when you select a platform. What is the compliance posture, how secure is your data, what is the disaster recovery model when something goes bad, right? So that's something that I want to highlight before I kickstart. um, can we dive into the demo, Elma?
Yes, we could definitely.
Yeah, so once you register, I want to quickly show the registration process. We have like three different products here, right? The unified training platform, you can create a domain, and then you can directly log into the domain after creating the account. The domain would look something like your Braincert subdomain, like your name.braincert.com. You can also fully white label the solution. All the plans that we offer is a complete white label solution. You can have your own domain name, your own logo, themes, users. For your customers, it's going to look like your own product. You won't see like powered by Braincert or anything of the sort anywhere, right? And then we also have another product called Virtual Classroom API. So a lot of startups, tutoring companies, they use our API. Even the United Nations, they use our API for delivering live classes and collaboration within the organization. So you can use our API to integrate virtual classroom in your own LMS, EMS, or website. Use our REST API. That's another product. We also offer a reseller dashboard. So if you have like multiple domains and you want to manage all the domains from one single email account, you can sign up and become a reseller. You can create all the domains and manage everything in one single place, all the subscriptions and everything. So you can charge your customers outside Braincert, and then you can manage all your subscription in one place. There is no charge to become a reseller, and we also have like a affiliate partner model. We give like that fortunately. So yeah.
Hey, Yasin. Sorry. Actually, we stopped for the past few minutes. I think for the past 3 minutes, I was suddenly logged out of the
Oh,
streaming app.
okay.
So we were really not doing anything at all. But now we are back. So I'm just going to call some of my team so that we can start sharing again the start sharing
Oh,
this.
the stream stopped.
Yeah, the stream bit stopped. I was like, oh, why was I suddenly kicked out of my streaming platform? So
Oh,
that's
understood.
really
Okay.
really strange. That never happened to me before.
Okay.
Okay, so sorry about that. We had some tech issues. Hey guys, we have some tech issues, but I lost them. So sorry.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm curious to know what was the last part everyone heard.
Um, you were just starting to share your. Oh no no. Not starting to share your screen, but you were starting to share the like a demo.
Okay. Okay. All
So
right.
we are already in here. Sorry about that.
All right. Are we live?
Okay, yes, we are live.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry, everyone. Like, I'm not sure I stopped, where it stopped showing, but I can redo. So I was basically showing our security and compliance posture that we are SOC 2 Type 2 certified, ISO compliant, GDPR, HIPAA compliant, and our security posture is in our website. You can take a look at it. So we take your security and adhering to all the compliance posture very seriously at Braincert. And I was also showing the registration process. I don't know if you are able to see it earlier. So you can select the unified training platform and create your own domain. It's going to look something like yourname.brainstar.com. We also have an API for virtual classroom. A lot of customers use that to integrate our virtual classroom with their own like LMS, CMS, or app. We also have a reseller model. You can become a reseller. There is no cost. You can manage all your LMS and API domains in one place with your tied to your email account, and you can also charge externally your customers, but maintain all the subscriptions and domains in one place, right? So there is no cost to become a reseller as well. So once you create a unified training platform domain, you log into the platform. It will look something like this one. So we have a role-based access control, right? So based on the roles, you'll see all the menus, navigation, and the content reflected, right? This is quickly a dashboard. I want to show you so few things here and there, but my team is going to deep dive into some of the features that you guys want to see, such as the courses, right? Um, so as an admin, you can see all the high-level dashboard. The activity stream shows like who logged in and what action has been performed, and the high-level reports and navigations here. This is what we call like course catalog. So you can enable. So we have a security measure. Anytime there is an abnormal traffic or anything, it is going to challenge you with a captcha. Um, so you can see the course catalog. Everything can be customized. This can be made available for people logged into the platform, or externally before they even create an account, right? So they can look at the website, look at the courses that you're offering, and then if they like the course, they can enroll into the course or an assessment or anything of that sort, right? You can also look at the course structure. You can also have multiple teachers on different pricing schemes. You can sell for yearly subscription or monthly subscription or one-time charge. There are different subscription levels possible within the platform for selling your courses. The same applies to assessment, like every single assessment, live classes, you can sell everything within the platform. So each product works independent of each other, and they can also complement each other, right? For example, you can sell like shippable products within the platform, and you can also sell like live classes, like webinar, one-on-one classes, or group classes within the platform. And you can also add everything into your course and then sell in the course level also, right? And also it comes with like calendar for all the learners. They can see what courses they enroll and when is the live class going live. They can click on it and join the class, and you can also create an offline event, like an offline class. You can create an offline class and then add it to the calendar as well. All our integrations comes as standard. You can see it under global settings. It's very easy to understand and self-explanatory, and we have like very good knowledge base and support portal. So you can set up all the website, landing pages. When someone visits your domain, what page to show? Is it a course catalog or is it your own landing page? So you can design all those things, right? Security, catalog, dashboard, redirect URL, languages, language overrides, and so on. And also we have like a extension is kind of like the app marketplace. So this is where we're going to offer both Braincert and also third-party extensions, right? So you can enable like a single sign-on or a SAML-based single sign-on. You can enable gamification, online store, yeah, Zapier integration, and so on. So there is a popular request on Public Connect. We are working on it. We will launch it like Q1 next year. A lot of things we plan for Q1, Q2 next year. So over like 30 plus features we are working on it.
Wow.
And yeah, so and also the look and feel, you can change all the theme, setup or the virtual classroom, LMS, course player theme, and also you can design your own login register pages, how it's going to look like, change the interface language. Interface language works on the group level. Let's say you have multiple groups in plan B and C. You can have each group to have like a different language, right? So in that way, if you have a global audience, you can have, or on your own organization with offices in different multiple geolocations, right? You can set up like specific language for each location. So the whole entire interface will appear in the specific language setup. We also have a very robust user registration process. You can enable like a self registration with or without approval. So you can also create from a backend. You can also do a domain restriction, allow user to pick a group during registration or enforce them to select join a specific groups during registration. There's multiple ways you can onboard users, right? We also support custom registration fields. You can create additional fields like, hey, what is your office location, or which department you belong to, as an example, right? You can capture all these things during registration process also. And also with our SAML-based single sign-on, Braincert access a service provider. You can connect with any identity provider such as Okta, OneLogin, Microsoft Active Directory, Google G Suite, and so on. They automatically do a single sign-on to Braincert without creating an account, right? So all control from your identity provider. So the notification is something that you would see throughout the platform. This is what we call, automation and triggers. So based on every single activity, you can do an email trigger, right? Hey, your account is created. You can, send a welcome email to users. Everything can be completely automated without any admin intervention, right? So this is specific to the user registration templates here, right? Similarly, you will see in different places like courses, assessment. Everything works on an individual level. Not so in that way you can tailor the message for every single course, right? Not like a global, like a same message that goes out for every single course. And we provide like a custom SSL certificate, so you can connect to your external domain. We generate an SSL certificate and push it to 120 plus pop location, like within like an hour. When the DNS is fully propagated around the world, like you should be able to use your external domain. So we currently integrate with multiple payment gateways like PayPal, Stripe, Paystack, and PayUmoney. We also support one other payment provider for governments and the counties within the US, but that's only reserved for if you are on a government organization, right?
Okay.
This is another notification where you can trigger when email when a payment is done by the buyers. And we have a concept of groups and roles in plan B and C. So you can organize all the users in multiple groups and then assign content to the group, right? Like let's say I have a group here called sales manager. I can assign courses, assessment, and live classes to the group. As soon as the people log in, they will see all the content assigned to them and start enrolling in the courses. If it's a free course, for example, they can take the course without payment. If it's a paid course, even though you unlocked the course for the specific group, they have to pay to get access, right? So with the concept, like you can design like multiple workflows, and even if you want to sell it in a global marketplace, you add everything to your catalog, and then people will buy it from the catalog. Or if you don't want to show anything in the catalog, you can add it in the group level, so only people part of the group would see the courses, assessment, live classes, and then they purchase it, right? It works in multiple levels. Similarly, you can onboard users multiple ways. You can create a user or bulk import users. You can filter by groups, user type, or custom registration fields. And also, when you click on a specific user, let's say, let me look at this user. I can see when the user logged in and what action has been performed, right? So all the activity audit trail is available on the specific user level also, right? We have a concept called like a roles. Roles is kind of like a security logic that you can design by yourself and then assign it to specific groups. All the users that are part of the group will have these permissions, applied effectively, right? So let's say I have a group here called learners. I can decide like what learners can do within the platform, right? So similarly, let's say you're a power user, you want to onboard to the platform, or an instructional institutional instructor, right? So you can bring the user here, and then let's say, hey, I want to give this user full control for uploading content, but I don't want him to delete the content. I'll give him change control, and I have like two different modes here. Shared mode, like everyone can manage each other's content, or I can make it restricted, so I can only see my own content and manage my own content, but not others content, right? So this is very useful if you have like multiple instructors within the company. You don't want people to overlap each other's work. You want them to work on their own, so you can design the permission logic in this level, right? So same applies like courses and everything. You can design your own permission logic and assign it to the groups. And we have like revenue reports, the standalone forums if you want to build a very good community around here. It's like a asynchronous discussions, right? So you can create multiple topics, drag and drop to change the order. And it also comes with its own robust permission logic, right? So which works on the group level. For example, whenever sales manager creates any forum topic, I don't want them to delete the replies, right? I'll say that to no, and I can give them permission to, hey, they can add a reply, they can add a topic, edit. It's very comprehensive, just on the forum itself, right? Forums. Um, so that's on the very high level how the platform is going to look like. And you can also set up your own mail relay. So if you don't want emails to go from Braincert mail server, you can set up your own SMTP. We support SSL, TLS, and everything, right? So you can use like Mailgun, Sendinblue, or Google G Suite, or any other external third-party mail server, or Outlook, right? To send all the mails outgoing from the platform. I'll quickly cover the marketing aspects of it, and then I'll pass the baton to my colleague Abdul. He'll go show you assessment courses, and Rini will show the live classes. I'll quickly show the landing pages. So with our site builder tool, you can design like multiple landing pages. You can see how all the landing pages will look like. You can preview all the landing pages to see how it's going to look like in the device level, and so on. And um, and any landing page that you have, you can easily edit and change the text. um, you know and all the content, images, everything you can change. And you can also edit on the source code level also, right? So if you are an advanced user, you can look at the source code and you can change all the settings, content on the source code level also, right? So I showed you earlier on the settings page. So when you design a landing page, that becomes your default page when somebody visits your root domain. Or you can also show your course catalog as a starting page or a landing page. So there are multiple ways you can do that, right? We are launching a content pages. It kind of delayed like a 1 or 2 weeks. So with content pages, we call it like a dynamic content pages. You can design like inner pages for the landing pages, like about us, privacy policy, terms of use, and then add it to any landing page. It will automatically adapt the design of the page and show the content as per the design, right? Previously we had a feature called pages, so we deprecated that and we are replacing that with dynamic content pages. Hopefully we should launch it by the end of this week, right? And so for selling your courses, assessment or live classes or even products like shippable products, right? Like coupons is a very integral part of offering discounts time to time, Thanksgiving or Christmas, New Year's Eve, so on. We offer like multiple type of discounts. So you can offer a global offer. You can say, hey, there's a flat 30% off on all the products offered through the platform until like December 24th, right? In that way, anyone visits your course catalog, assessment, live classes, or an online store, everything it will show 30% off, right? It's a one-click global discount for your entire platform. Or you can create it with a discount code also, right? So you can say, New Year's Eve 2023, and then you say, I want to no limit, or I want to give this only for 100 people. So you can also share this coupon in social media or your emails and other places, right? Or you can also create a specific offer for courses. Let's say I want to create a discount only for the specific course, not like globally, right? So you can be very creative here on how you want to offer your discounts, right? And we also have a analytics feature. So every time there is a coupon distributed, it will show you all the analytics about the coupon, right? And it comes with a gamification engine built in. It won't be turned on by default. You have to go to extension and turn on the gamification engine. So with gamification, you can reward all your learners, and also give them like points, engage them with contents. So this will make them to keep coming back again and again. And we are also enhancing this gamification engine. This update should also go by this week. This is also delayed by a couple of weeks. We are launching a all new points engine. So that is going to be an enhancement on top of the badges. So with the badges, you can also create your own badges, or use one from the template. Like we have several template badges here. Let's say if someone completed a specific activity, let's say completed any course or a specific course, I will say, hey, this guy completed blended learning trends and innovation. Give them this specific badge that I just designed, or you picked up from here, whatever it is, right? Um, and then give them also 100 points as part of this, right? So you can do like multiple ways how you want to award the badge. And also you can see all the leaderboards, like who has like more points within the platform, like the badges they earned on the points. And you can also enable a rewards engine within the platform. Let's say I want to make the learners to keep coming back again and again, so they can get more points, and with the points they can also redeem to buy new courses, right? That's kind of like your upsell. So you can do like give them flat 20% discount on any purchases if they have, let's say, 1,000 points, right? For courses. So in that way, when they hit at the 1,000 points, they can use that points to redeem for the next course purchase, right? That's kind of like rewarding your learners for their hard work of logging in every single day, taking your courses, taking the assessment. It's a great way to engage and retain your learners, right?
Mhm.
Um, hope hope my pace is hope I'm not going very fast. So if I'm
I
going
think
too
you're
fast, let
doing
me know.
quite well. In fact, there are some questions. If we can pause for a bit to answer some of
Oh,
them,
sure.
please.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we can do.
okay. So earlier you showed us some email functionality, right? Is it possible to, okay, can we add third-party app for sending these emails?
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely. So that's what I showed you. Like it's at the SMTP server. You can use any
Hmm.
third-party SMTP server to send out emails.
Okay. For okay, because so I see this one. So you have this SMTP. Like I use a service called Mutant Mail, so I don't have an SMTP. Then how do I send that one coming from my email?
No, we only support SMTP at this time. Otherwise, you can use Braincert mail server. It will have like no reply at braincert.com and then your name.
Mm-hmm.
If you want your mails to go out from your own company mail server, because this is a white label platform, right? It's gonna
Right.
look like lms.mycompany.com, and people expect emails to receive from mycompany.com, not from Braincert, right? So that's the reason
Exactly.
you have to set up your SMTP and then start sending out email. You can pick any free like mailgun. They have like a 1,000 emails or 2,000 emails every month. A lot of email providers like that, right? So you can mailjet, or you can sign up with any email providers, and then start using that service to send out emails.
Okay. Okay, so the next question we have here is okay, so this is just a feedback from Niru that your platform is very effective. So thank you, Niru. From
Thank you.
Trevor, he said that it's very comprehensive and well thought out. So thank you, Trevor. Okay,
Thanks,
now we have
Trevor.
some questions regarding API. Okay. Ranveer is asking, or because he needs to have API integrately integration to create users and enroll them into a course. And I recall earlier you mentioned you have Zapier and
Yeah.
Pably.
Yeah, so Zapier, we already have it available
Mm-hmm,
in Cloud BMC. Public Connect, we are launching it early next year. It's going
mm-hmm,
to be available for all the LTD plans that we are currently offering. Integrately is in our roadmap. I think someone recommended to us like 3 4 weeks back. So
mm-hmm.
once we finish Public, we're going to look at Integrately. And also, we are done with our API, but it's not fully tested yet. When we did Zapier integration, we finished our API and triggers. Because we've so overrun with so many tasks lately, like we're gonna prioritize the API and webhooks, and hopefully by March next year we will deliver our API as well. So API will be available for the plans. You can use to directly make the calls, or use like Pobly or Integrately or Zapier for that work also.
Okay. And let's see here. Okay. Earlier you mentioned the different languages. Okay, that we can actually make the different languages. So will users will be able to see the service in other languages and can be edit these languages.
Yeah, so this is all like human translated. We currently support this many languages, and our virtual classroom supports 50 different languages, right? This is for our LMS interface. We have something called language override, and you can override any languages specific text here. We don't have like a full translation available for the languages at this time, but you can override some of the key languages in the override page. And it is
Okay.
also completely RTL support. If you have like Arabic or Hebrew speaking customers, you can completely transition right to left the entire interface. It's 100% supported.
All right. Okay. Thank you. And then also from Parrot, another question. Okay, do we have API access to integrate with my own selling courses website? I want to
Yeah,
sell them on my
absolutely.
website and give automatic access to the courses. Is it possible?
Yeah, today it's possible only through Zapier. Like I said, when we have like Pobly and API and webhooks out, you should be able to do that easily. So you can have your own shopping cart or outside Braincert, collect payments. Once the payment is successful, excuse me, you can automatically enroll the user in a course, assessment, or a live class. It's possible. And
Okay.
today we do have that feature.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say, let me go to your course. I'll show you a quick example. So let's say I have a course. You already collected your payment outside Braincert. So I would come here and I'll click enroll new students. Um, and then I would say, hey, full access without payment, right? So I give them access to 30 days to access this course and enroll the student in a course directly, because you collected the payment outside Braincert, right? Or you can say full access after payment. They would come in here to make the purchase the course. So we can do this way also.
Okay. All right. We haven't talked about the plans yet. So I think, Pere, I will ask this question again later, when we talk about the plans that are available for BrainCert.
Yeah, absolutely. So we can have a more comprehensive FAQs on the plan, the limits and plans
Mhm.
at the end. Let's
Right.
focus on the features.
Right.
Any question on feature, please feel free to stop us. Let me quickly go to the online store. So we have a store which allows you to sell shippable products. All our digital products are like courses, assessments, live classes, and so on. And we are also launching a module for the online store where you can also sell digital product such as a specific PDF file or a specific video file. You can sell it in that way also. Right now, it can be sold as part of a course or assessment, but with a new update, you should be able to do that from online store also, right? So let's say you have a shippable product, you can have the price, discount, images from the library and so on, shippable or in-store pickup, shipping charge, weight, SKU, all the, or you can also track the stock that you have, add them to your product category. You can manage all your products in one place, right? So you can, let's say, people will come here and buy your binders. I can put like multiple quantities, add to cart, and then I can say checkout. People can buy the course from one unified shopping cart, right? So this is what we call unified shopping cart. What that means is the cart can be used for selling online products, but it can also be used for selling like courses, assessment, gamification, points, and everything. Everything can be sold from one single place. Okay, and yeah, discount coupons, categories, and notification. All the reportings. Everything can be done from this place by orders and everything. Yeah, so it's a very useful tool. Not just courses. You can also sell like shippable products such as like binders, printable materials like T-shirts, mug, as an example. Also, it's possible. So let me pass this to my colleague Abdul. So you'll cover the content management and test and courses, and then Rini will cover the live classes quickly. We're gonna
Okay.
focus more on the courses. I think that's one of the poll, right, Elma? A lot of
Yes,
people want to see
that's
how.
correct.
Yeah.
It's the
All right. Thanks
requested
very much.
topic.
Yeah, I'll pass it to Abdul for now. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Yasin. Hi, everyone.
Hi. Abdul, do you want to share your screen?
Yes, yes, absolutely.
Okay.
All right, guys. Hope you can see my screen.
Now we can see your screen.
Okay, great. It's great to have you guys today. So I'd like to start with the content platform. So as Yasin mentioned during his presentation, that each platform works independently in Braincert. So the content platform where you add your content also works independently. Then we have courses platform and then testing platform. So I'd like to start with the content. So let me quickly go to upload content options here. So here you can see, like, the type of file formats that are supported in our platform. So presentation, you can see the maximum file size, document, video type supported, audio, images. So basically, like, you click on this option here to add content. So whether either you can add content from your computer by clicking on the plus sign here, or you can upload the content from the popular drives, so like Google Drive, Dropbox. So you need to connect, you need to sign into your drive account and pull all the content from your drives to your LMS within, like, seamlessly. All right. So let's say you have content on popular websites. Like, let's say you have content on YouTube or Vimeo or Script, SlideShare, Wistia, Google Doc, Google Form. So you can embed all these, content within the LMS by just adding the link. All right. Then you can also create HTML content, um, add iframe content here. And then we also support like SCOM content. So the type of the SCOM packages that are supported are like 1.2 and 2004 fourth edition. So it's same for like all the LMSs. So 1.2 and 2004 fourth edition. So you simply click on the select SCOM files and like again like you add content from your computer or from your drives. Okay, so once you add content, you can go to content library to manage all your content. So it's very effective in like to manage your content here in the content library. So you can create folders and segregate like content into different folders, organize it in different folders so that like it's easy for you to or add these content to your courses. Okay, when we talk about courses, I'll show you how you can add um, how you can easily add content to your courses or tests. um, yeah, so you
Hmm.
can see all the type of content here, like embed content listed here, SCOM packages are here. Okay, so just to give you a quick example of a SCOM package, let me open the content that was created in Rise 360. I'm sure you guys must have heard about like Articulate 360. So I'll just open it for an example. So this is a SCOM package. So like you can see I'm scrolling down. Okay, so let's say uh, when I scroll down, like it has a right mark here. So when I go to the next package again, like you can see there's the bar goes in the clockwise direction. Okay, so that's how like the content works in Braincert. I'll quickly jump on to the courses. Okay, so I clicked on create a course. All right, so here we are, like course instructors. The first thing that you can see, like I have my name here. Let's say I want to add multiple instructors as an admin. I want to add multiple instructors. I can also do that. Simply, I can select the the teachers here or instructors here, and I can add it. So you can see like the instructor has been added. So basically like when you have multiple instructors, they all can contribute to the same course and make the course super successful. Then we have like the other self-explanatory options here. So here goes the course title. If you want to list this course in catalog, you have a check mark here. Okay, so so that like users can see this course and they can simply go for buying it. So just to give you an example here, like let's say I have the course catalog here. So you can see I when I clicked on it, it landed me on the course catalog page. So here I see all the courses here. So specifically like in this case, this user is selling for free. Um, but you will also have courses like this. Like this is one of our another customers. So he's selling courses like you can see. Okay. So let me go back here. Okay, so course subtitle goes here. Okay, so the other options like category, so you can categorize courses so that like users can select the category and go for the specific courses that they want. Okay, like healthcare, manufacturing, non-profit organization. So yeah, you can have categories. Here you can see like there are categories option. This is where you can create categories. Instructional level, so we have like three: beginner, intermediate, and advanced. So you can pick any one of these. Show learner count, reviews and rating, comments and discussion, commenting system. So we offer like two different types of commenting system. One is native, which is available within the platform itself, and let's say if you want to have discuss, you can also use this one. Okay, about the course, like you can add about the course, like you can add description about the course. Either you can add a YouTube or Vimeo video here, or simply add the text here, or you can also add HTML content. Okay, same goes for the instructor. This is for the another instructor. Okay, we are moving ahead to the advanced settings here. So you can set the enrollment limit. Um, if like if you'd like to make it limited, you put the number of seats, or you simply make it unlimited if you're selling the course. Promotional video, you can add YouTube or Vimeo link here, or you can add the video from your content library. So you choose from the library, you select whichever the video you want to add, and add it. That's it. All right, then we have course highlights here. So you simply add all the course highlights, and that's it. When you go on to the next settings, payment settings, either you make it free or paid. So you select whichever the option and then save it. The course will be created. So once the course is created, the course will be listed under courses. So I'll go and pick any course here. Okay, so we have the list of courses here. I'll pick this one. Okay, I go on to the more options and I click on course materials. Okay, so after creating a course, the first thing that you do is like add content to it. Okay, so here we are. So you can simply add your content here. So first you add the test chapter here. Okay, so the test chapter has been added. So I go towards the bottom here. You can see test chapter. I click on the plus sign. Then I add the test lecture. Okay, so under chapter, I have added a lecture. So under lecture, I can add my content. Either I can add content, I can add a test, I can add live session to it, I can add class recording. So we have a live classes platform. So you can conduct live sessions and record the sessions as well. And later you can make the recording as part of the self-paced course as well. Okay, or you can also add assignments. So I click on add content, I pick the content whichever I want to add. So I added a PDF document here, then I click on add content, go and add another content here. Okay, I selected it, I added the video. Okay, so I can even disable fast forward. As you can see, there is an option wherein I can disable fast forward. All right, then so once you add content to it, like the next thing that you do is like set up the lecture completion rule. So how you would like this lecture to be completed. So you have an option here like mark as learned checkbox. So you give a mark as learned checkbox wherein learners can simply put a checkbox and move on to the next lecture. Or what you do is like force users to pass a specific test or pass all tests in this lecture. Okay, so let me quickly add a test so that that option is available. Okay, so now I will have that lecture completion rule wherein I can select the test. So either you can select all tests or pass a specific test in this lecture and select the test here. Or you can also make it like force users to spend specific time on this lecture. So let's say if you want them to spend like 1 hour, you simply select put the number of seconds here. Okay, and then save it. So that's how like you can set up the lecture completion rule. We also offer like dripping content. So let's say the first lecture that is available here, so you want learners to take it on day 0. Okay, and then the second one you want them to take it on like day 3. So let's say what will happen in this case is like the lecture, the content will drip for the learner every time like he logs in on the day 3. So he will see the content and he will take the content, like he will consume the content. Okay, then the third lecture is on like day 6. So you can set it up this way. All right, so that's how you can set up the lecture completion rule. We also offer like the rules, adding rules to the course. Let me go on to the rules. This is very important feature in our LMS. So okay, so here you can see like there is a traversal rule wherein like you can force users to go sequentially. not like jumping around like lecture 1 then lecture 3 5. No, not like that. So they'll have to go in sequential order. Then the second is like course completion rule. All lectures must be completed. All right, then 50% of the lectures and 75%. So you can select whichever option that suits your use case. Then learning path. So what happens in learning path is blended learning trends and innovations. So before taking this course, you want learners, let's say this is an advanced course, you want learners to complete prerequisite courses, okay, before taking this course. So you select whichever the courses are there, you select them, and uh, yes, so the learners will have to finish these two courses before taking this one. Okay, before taking this one. So that's how, like that's how the learning path works. Test completion rule. So users must pass all tests to download certificate. So you can like a user must pass like 50% of the test, 75%. So you can select whichever the options. Okay, and then we have certificate compliance. So let's say you have some updates coming into the course, and you want to expire the course on specific date. So you go ahead and expire it and reset the progress on specific date, so that users can go ahead and retake the course. Okay, so that's how you can set the certificate expiration as well. So that's how the course rules works. Hope I made it easy for you to understand it. So the other things that you can do is like, let's say you have employees, you can simply assign this course to a specific group. Okay, and you can clone it, you can delete, unpublish. Uh, you can add a certificate to it. Let me quickly go on to a certificate. Okay, so these are like ready-made, readily available certificates here, so you can use it if you like. You can also add your own certificates here in the form of like .png and .jpg formats. Okay, and like you have an option here allows students to access the certificate after successful completion of the course. Okay, and you can simply place the parameters at the right place after adding your certificate. Okay, so you can see like you can move things around here. All right, so add rules, add live session to the course. So let's say you want to offer like blended course wherein like some content you want users to consume it self-paced, and you also would like to have live session with the course takers. So what you do is like add live session to it so that you can interact with them live, and this becomes a blended course. Okay, then the next very important part that we offer is like the reports. So let me go to a course which has some data in it. So I go to courses. Okay, I click on more reports. Okay, so this is very powerful feature that we offer in our LMS, wherein like you can check the performance of your course, how the course is performing, and where exactly the users are. So you can see here like you can make the list in ascending or descending order. So here I have like in the descending order. So you can track the progress, like where exactly people stand in terms of groups. You can also pull the data. Okay, so if you select a specific group, that group will have like whatever the number of users, that data will be displayed here. Okay, certificate number will be displayed, status, progress, uh, progress percentage is listed here. Okay, and you can export the data into like CSV, Excel, or PDF format and share it with anybody, okay, within your organization. You can also create a custom report wherein Okay, let me go on to create custom report. So here you can see, like, this is how where you can create custom report, wherein you have an option to select specific users here. Okay, and then select specific groups if you like. Okay, and then you can also select columns, like, like you can select name, group that the user is enrolled into, last access, certificate number. So you can create your custom report and save it. Okay, so once you save the custom report, you will have all your reports listed here. So you click on the report name and simply pull the data. Okay, so that's how, like, you can check the health of the course, like how, where exactly users are standing and everything. Okay, I guess let me go on to see if we covered everything. So you can add assignment to it. So let me click on the assignments. Okay, so you can see, like, the assignment is listed here. These are already completed assignment. So I'll click on add assignment. So I can select here all users, all learners, or I can select specific people here. Okay, and then here I have the description about the assignment. I can add it in text, in HTML, or image. Okay, and then I select the due date, whichever the due date is, and then add attachment if I have some attachment, and save it. Okay, and later I can see, like, the submissions here. So this user has submitted the assignment. I can check what has he submitted. All right, so the other options we have is like enroll individual students. If you'd like to enroll individually, then manage enroll students. So you'd like to notify users about a live session or something, you simply click on manage enroll students and notify all users within the course. Email enrolled students, email prospective students, course notifications. I clicked on course notifications. So we have notifications for everything. So we have instructor related notifications. So whoever are the instructors, they'll be notified about this. And let's say you have some mentors and managers or assistant trainers, you also would like to notify them about, like, uh, triggers here. So you simply add their email address here. Okay, so you simply add their email address here, and they will also be notified about it. In subject line, and like these are parameters that can be edited. Okay, so these are all instructor related triggers. And then here we have, like, student email notifications. Okay, so these can all be edited. You can edit this and customize this. Okay, um, yeah, I guess we are done for the courses. I'd like to jump on to the testing platform. As Yasin mentioned, like, each platform in our each core feature works independently in our platform.
Hey Abdul, sorry to interrupt. Could you please quickly show the bundled courses?
Oh yeah, thank you. um, okay, so we also offer bundled courses here. So let's say you want to offer, like, list of courses within a single course. So what you do is, like, you club all those courses, like, beginner, intermediate, advanced related courses, and offer them in a single package. Okay, so here you can see, like, let me create a course bundle so you will have an idea. So you give it a bundle name. Okay, and you select the courses here. Okay, so when you just simply type in anything, it will list all the courses here. So I select whatever the courses that I would like to add. Okay, and then list in course bundle catalog. So when you select this option, it will be available under catalog. Guest users can see it, and they can simply go and buy the bundle. Okay, and course type, whether it's free or paid, you select paid, and then you select the currency here. Okay, and then the description goes here. Okay, just to give you an idea, let me take you to the courses. Okay, so here you can see, like, I have under type whether it's a single course or bundle course. So I select bundle, course bundles. It will give me all the bundle courses. Okay, so let's say if I click on this e-learning bundle offer. Okay, so you can see, like, there are two courses listed under this. Okay, that's how it works under bundle courses. So when it comes to currency, like, we I'm sure you must have heard Yasin saying the e-commerce options. So you can select the currency. um, let's say you have Stripe. Then, like, we offer like multiple currency options here, so you can select whichever the currency uh, that supports your country. So you can select that specific currency here and offer the courses in your local currency. All right, I guess I can move on to the testing platform now. I'll click on create a test. So here we are on the test creation page. So we offer a very powerful testing platform. Um, okay, so let me. So these are, like, self-explanatory options here. So you click on, you type in the test name. If you would like to sell this sell this test, you can even sell the test as well. So let me. Okay, so as you can see here, these are the catalogs for that listed on top. So we have courses catalog, tests catalog here. So you can see, like, this is the test. This is a paid test actually. So guest users, they can simply uh, check, like, the information about the test, and they can go for buying it. Okay, let me go back to the test creation page here. So I list this test in catalog, I add the description, then here we have test instructions here. We go on to the advanced settings here. So allow test taker to see answer for each question. So when I select no for this, I have scoring algorithms available. Okay, so basically we have, like, three different scoring algorithms. So one is standard scoring. Standard scoring is nothing but, like, test takers will have to select exact answers in order to get their marks. Okay, their scores. So what happens in partial credit is, like, in multiple choice questions. So let's say you have a question wherein, like, there are two right answers, but the user has selected only one based on his or her knowledge. So in partial credit, what happens is, like, he will get some marks because of making one right choice out of the two. Okay, so that's what the partial credit is. So he will get some percentage of the marks because of making one right choice. And here we have, like, adaptive scoring algorithm. So this is kind of like dynamic scoring algorithm, uh, wherein, like, when you add questions to the test, you will have to select the difficulty level for the question. So what happens is, like, the test taker, when he starts the test, the first question will be normal, okay, medium, difficult. If he answers that right, then the next question will be more difficult. If he couldn't answer a difficult question, he'll be pushed back to an easy one. So this cycle will continue: difficult, easy, difficult, easy, and in the end, his marks will be calculated based on the difficult question attempts. Okay, hope I made it easy for you guys to understand this adaptive scoring algorithm.
Yeah, this is very similar to the CAT type of test, right? Like GRE, GMAT, TOEFL type of test, where it adapts to the test taker's ability to answer the questions. If two people are taking exam next to each other, the score would be completely different, right? because we do a lot of randomization. Abdul will cover that eventually.
Yep, sure. Thank you. So here we have like, allow user to, these are like self-explanatory options, as you can see. Allows user to resume test session, show result to candidate, lockdown functionality, enrollment limit, then show attempts count, time-based, allotted time, select the time here, and then allow test taker to review answers after finishing this test, passing score, you select the passing score percentage here. All right. Then if you'd like to make the test as paid, you select paid and select the currency later on. All right. So that's how like you can create a test. I'll quickly jump on to the test, already created test actually. So we have the list of tests here. So I click on the more option and I go on to questions. Okay, so I have an option here to add questions individually, okay, or add questions in bulk. So I'll click on add test question here. Okay, so you can see like I have an option wherein I can segregate questions based on objective. Okay, and these objectives that you see here, later on you can see like where learner is where learner has good knowledge, um, or where the learner is lacking some knowledge. So you can segregate like learners based on like how much he scored in each objective. So that's how you can add objective. And here you can see like the type of questions that are supported in our platform. So we offer like 10 different question types here. So multiple choice, multiple true false, multiple answer, true false, drag drop, video, audio, free text, and essay type questions. All are auto graded except for two types of questions, okay, which are like free text and essay type questions. So these are like open ended questions. All are like close ended questions. Okay, so you can add like the question here. You can add options and select whichever the correct answer is, and here reference URL if you'd like to publish it, not publish it, include in demo. Yeah, so that's how you can add questions to it. So I'll go on to like test delivery settings.
Yeah, before that, Abdul, the included demo is a very useful feature. Let's say you have a question bank of 200 question and you want to offer like 10 free question. So people can take the 10 free questions for free. And if they want to fully unlock that assessment, they have to purchase it, right? So that's a kind of like an upsell for you.
Perfect, perfect, Yasin, thank you. um, okay, so we move on to test delivery settings here. So how many questions to randomly present to the test taker? So here you can customize like let's say you have a pool of like 100 questions. Out of 100 you want to present like 25 questions to the test taker, and at the same time you want to randomize the question order, randomize answer choices, even distribution of questions from each objective, or even distribution of questions based on difficulty level. So you select, and you select the percentage, like how much easy should go, okay, how much below average should go. So you can select all these options here. All right, then we have an option wherein like let's say you don't want to add questions one by one, and you want to add like questions in bulk. Okay, so you can simply go for like look at the instructions here. So it's very straightforward to add questions via via CSV file. So like you can see the one goes for like fill in the blanks, two goes for multiple choice. So each number represent a type of question here. Okay, and in the end we have like objective IDs that you need to add to the CSV file. Okay, then upload the CSV file. That's it. Like you can add like hundreds of questions within few minutes. Okay, and here like you can pull up the courses like based on like how many fill in the blanks are there. You can check that information here. You can export the questions in like CSV, Excel, or PDF format. Okay. um, yeah, and then like you can see the quality score here. Okay, so let's say um, I will click on the question itself. Okay, so you can see like I have an option here to give the quality score. So within the organization, like each instructor can give its own stars for a question. Okay, and like you can later decide on like how many stars are there for each question, and you can think of like removing or like adding, making the question applicable, like status, like you can make it unpublish or publish.
It helps you to maintain the health of the question. So if a lot of learners are answering a question, then it's not a right question, right? You have to like tweak the question, and also the quality score greatly improves to improve the health of the question. And you can also see who gave what rating in the analytics, right? Like when you go back and click on a question, Abdul. Yeah, so yeah, click on a question, anything. Yeah, just rate a question, quality score. Okay. So when you go to activity, activity tab next to it, you can see, Abdul rated this question 4 out of 5. So similarly, you would see all the instructors within the organization who rated the question, and an average score would be shown in the the manage questions page, right? So in that way, you can quickly look at, oh, okay, there is a rating of 3 or below, like 5 instructors rated this. So something that we may either unpublish the question or revise the content, right? That greatly helps you to maintain the quality of the question. That's why we call it a quality score. Go ahead,
All
Abdul.
right. Yeah, thank you. So we move on to the next option, like run analysis feature. This is very great feature that we have to check the health of the questions itself. So these are like, this is like question analysis feature. You can see like average score is mentioned here, like possible questions, completed attempts. Okay, so here you can simply find a discrimination between the good or the bad questions. So let's say in this case, like this question needs review. So if you see like this question, like attempted like 19 times. Okay, but it went wrong like 16 times out of the 19 attempts. 16 times it was incorrect. So definitely like this question is too difficult for the test takers. So what you can do in this case is like you can review the question and make it little easier, or remove the question altogether. Okay, similarly like you will have a needs review option uh, if you have like the question is too easy. Okay, so let's say in this case, okay, so the question was attempted like 19 times. Out of 19 times, 18 time was correct. So this question is like too easy for the test taker. So again, this needs reviewed. This needs to be reviewed. So in both cases, whether it's like wrong attempts or right attempts, in both cases the question needs to be reviewed. So that's what like the discrimination will give you information, like the discrimination and difficulty. So this is very helpful in checking the health of the questions and reviewing the questions and making it more difficult or easy. All right, so we talked about the questions, adding questions to it, run analysis, objectives. So like the other features, like you can add this test to a specific group if you like, or you can create a shareable link. Okay, let me talk about this. This is very important as well. So let's say like you want to, let's say you have some you have some new hirings. Okay, wherein like you would like to invite new hires to take a test. Okay, at the same time you don't want to give the new hires like access to the platform. So what you do is like you create a link and you share the link with the new hires, and they just enter their name, email address. Let me show you. Okay, so you give the link name. Okay, and you select like time zone, and from when this would be available. Okay, until which date this should be available. Okay, you select the time. Number of attempts you can select. Okay, let's say only one attempt. Password protection, yes or no, you can select the password. Okay, and then like record test taker's IP address and redirect URL. So let's say once the test completes, you want users to visit to specific pages, you can simply add that page here. So you submit it. Okay, so you can see like the test link has been added. Okay, and it is live. Okay, so I click on the link, I copy the link. So when I simply visit this link, okay, you can see like I have an option here to enter my name, last name, and email address. So when I click on start, I should be able to take the test.
Abdul, can you show the test interface and also course interface as a learner? Maybe you can also take this test and show quickly how it looks like.
Oh yeah, sure, absolutely. Okay, so let me open. Okay, let me open as a learner. So let me log in as a learner. So this is the landing page that you can have, wherein like users when they visit, they will see this. So they click on sign in. So I'm gonna log in as a learner now. Enter my email, password. Okay, so you can see like this is the learner dashboard. Okay, this is what the learners would see when they log into their portal, log into your portal actually. So the widgets can be seen here like reports, certificates. So if they have passed any courses or test, the certificate would appear here. They can simply download the certificates. Okay, and here like the courses listed here like pending course. I haven't started yet, and this is in progress courses, and I can see where I stand. Like this course, I have finished it 80%. For this one, 44%. Okay, completed ones are listed here. All right, similarly, like you can see the tests here. Okay, live classes, upcoming, past. Okay, so I can see my badges here, like how many badges I have earned and how many points I have earned. So this so that like this will encourage learners to do better in terms of completing the course or tests. Okay, and I can click on my courses to see like as a learner how many courses are there for me, and I can click on the tests to see how many tests are there for me. Okay, so all right, I guess let me let me take the test from here. Okay, so as a learner I am accessing this test. Okay, I go through the instructions and I click on start. So here you can see like the first question is multiple choice. So I select whichever the appropriate answer option is. I can mark this item for later review. Okay, go on to next. Some like this is again multiple choice. I select the appropriate option, go on to the next. This is essay type question, as you can see. So I have the information here in the question. I type in my answer. Again, typing answer is like multiple options here. Okay, and then adding files to the question. As a learner, I can I can also add my drive, and I can add the content from the drives. Okay. Um, yeah, that's it. I go on to the next. So this is fill in the blanks question. I go ahead and write my answer here. Go on to the next. Okay, this is audio question. So I listen to the audio. I read the question and I select the appropriate option. Okay, go on to the next. This is true false question. So true or false if equals are added to equal. Okay, so I select the option, my answer here. Go on to the next. So we are on question number 7. So this is video question. So I select, I play the video, and I select the appropriate option here. Go on to the next. Okay, then multiple true false. Okay, so which I can go through the questions and I select the multiple true false options here. Go on to the next. Okay, so here I add my answer. This is free text question. Go on to the next. All right, so this is drag and drop. Okay, wherein I drag and drop options here. Okay, go on to the next. Okay, so are you sure you want to score this exam? Okay, I select score test. Okay, so you can see like, my score is like 47%, and the passing percentage is like 70%. So I failed this test. Then we have like, objective breakdown. I can check like, the objectives.
Yeah, it shows the strength and weaknesses on the category level. On the top, you can see the number of question is 10, but only 9 are scored because there is one open-ended question, which is the essay question type, right? So as an instructor, they get notified the test has been completed. An open-ended question needs to be graded. They get notified. Now the instructor would go to the reports and score the question. Abdul, could you please show that?
Yeah.
Go to the dashboard. I think it is IQ test, right? Or general IQ. I think it's IQ test.
Okay.
Yeah, the reports. Yeah, so you would see the first one, right? The one that's waiting to be graded. So click
Yes.
grade, and then you can see the score. The score is pending, so the final score needs to be populated. You'll come here, scroll down to the open-ended question. So we have a question rubric. So you have to set up a rubric to score that question. Yeah, the essay question. So the question points, you choose the points. So you can read what the explanation is written by the learner. And if you're satisfied looking at the text or the attachment, you can give your own scoring and then click save, right? Optionally, you can also give a question feedback to the student. Hey, I looked at your essay question. Here is my feedback, right? So you finish the scoring and the final score would be populated now. And then, yeah, you can send a feedback to the learner. So once the score has been computed, final score would be finalized, and student would be notified, and they can come and take a look at the final score.
Thank you, Asin. So here, like, a learner can simply review the test answers as well. If he would like to see, like, where he went right and where he went wrong, so he can simply go and check, like, number of correct and
Yeah,
number
again,
of
this can be allowed, right? It's not available by default, but if you want learners to review the answers, you would allow that in the exam. Hey, give this permission to the learner to review the question after the test. So they would have this permission to come and take a look at it. Otherwise, they cannot.
Absolutely. Let me go to the test.
Yeah, and one more thing, we have to you have to show how the course player also looks like, right? You show the test player.
Uh-huh.
You are not show like how the course gonna look like from a learner perspective.
Sure, absolutely. All right, so I have logged in as a learner in this account. So as you can see, so I'm logged in as a learner. So I go on to the content. I'll pick a course. So this is how um, the learners would see. So I have logged in as a learner. So I clicked on enroll now. Okay, so I am in the course. I'm within the course itself. So here the current chapter, embed content options. So I click on the first lecture. Okay, so you can see this is YouTube content. So towards the bottom, I have a test wherein I can take this test to complete this lecture. I have an option here, mark as learn checkbox. So I click on this. Okay, I go on to the next. This is
Yeah, so this is a very interactive way to add your content. It could be a video or embed source from external places like SlideShare or YouTube, Vimeo, um, uh, and also an assessment from our testing platform. It can be like a very very interactive content that you can create for the courses, right? It's not just videos. You can do a lot of interactive aspects to it, and you can also add a live class, a virtual classroom that Renee would show us at the end of the demo. Here you can see the progress, like what content, what lecture has been completed and what's pending. You can integrate like Discuss or our own native commenting system, so learners can ask question, participate, discussion specific to the lecture or in course level. All the native comments can be moderated by the instructor under the courses. So there are a lot of options here, right? And also there is a place where learners can also take notes. They can take the notes specific to the lecture, and then they can write the notes and save it, right? So this is our overall like how the test player would look. um, so we can pause and take questions, or we can move on to the virtual classroom. So because I think we are already past the time, so I don't want to hold up a lot of people here. Oh, we cannot hear you, Elma.
We do have a lot of questions. Sorry, I muted
Oh,
myself because
okay.
I was blowing my nose earlier. Okay, let me just hide this.
Mhm.
That's fine.
Yeah, because I'm still recovering. Okay, okay. One of the questions is that are there lead capturing capabilities by launching a free course?
Yeah, absolutely. You can capture, you can put a form in the landing page or in the course level. Whoever is enrolling, they are learners. You can capture those lead and add them to the mailing list. It integrates with external mailing system also, or internally you can email all the learners. There are multiple ways you can capture leads. Yeah.
Okay, and if the okay, say if the person, the course taker does not have a good internet speed, is there going to be stream buffering?
Yeah, we have a very good CDN where we stream all our videos. It streams like ultra low latency. It also very low bandwidth condition. It also works really good. I will ask you to test it out because I'm not sure which location are you from, like how bad is the internet connection. But we tested with even 3G, like it works really good on a mobile phone. So you can test it out.
Okay, that sounds good. Okay, and this one, I'm not really sure what this means. Can we add some link or questions on video screen?
Oh yeah, so on the course page, you can add like multiple content to the lecture. One could be a video, one could be a static content below, or it could be a mini quiz or assessment. So you can add like stack like multiple content one below the other in a specific lecture page in your
Okay,
course.
and another question. This one is, um, can you add custom codes on top of Braincert?
Yeah, so we don't have like a in code injection for header and footer at this time, but this is one of our upcoming feature. So you should be able to inject custom code like a CSS or JavaScript, or even we give like specific tracking. like, hey, add this for substitute first name or email address. So in that way, you can take it to external analytics or third party system where you track.
Actually, are Pixel supported?
Which one? Yeah,
Pixels,
we
marketing
support it
pixels.
as an extension. Facebook Pixel, we support it as an extension, like Google Analytics, Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll be like giving the code injection part is one of our feature. So you should be able to add a lot more tools, third-party analytics without any native integration.
Okay. And you mentioned earlier about languages, and there are 15 languages that are supported. Is Hindi supported?
Yeah, Hindi is one of our supported languages, correct?
Okay. Then what is the user role-based access control?
Yeah, with role-based access control, you can have a better control over the content, like who logged in and what action has been performed and what links and the content they are supposed to see, right? Like say, I can segregate my users into administrators, learners, power users, instructors, and then give them specific permission as part of the job, right? Like a think of like a principle of least privilege. So I'm going to give my course creator access to only course, not assessment. I'm going to give someone to upload only content but not touch assessment or courses or touch any products, right? So in that way, you can design your own role and then have better control over the platform.
Okay. This question, can we have questions asked in videos to be interactive videos?
We don't have a native capability to author videos and putting on question on top of it, but if something that you do with YouTube or any third party system, you should be able to embed that as part of the course. We don't have that feature at this time.
I think what he means here is that, okay, for example, I ask a question now. What is Braincert? And then if the person answered it correctly, it goes to video a question two. But instead of a question, it's a video as well. Or say I have a different answer, and then it goes to question two B. So it can be either two A or two B depending on the previous answer.
Yeah, in an assessment platform like Abdul was showing, we support like video question and audio question. You can
Hmm.
watch the video and answer the question. It works. But if I understand correctly from Andy saying, like he's asking about within the video you get questions, right? That's what you're asking about. So uh, we like putting an overlay on top of the video and asking questions, right? So we don't have that feature as of now.
Okay, okay, that's clear. And then I think next is okay. Can we use API to add questions in Braincert from our server?
Um, I know that in the API roadmap we don't gonna support like adding question through API calls. You can do it as a CSV file and import it. It's like one shot. It's gonna process and import all the question. API is specifically used for enrolling learners into your test, or removing enrollment, or all the basic things that you can do with the API, but not like adding questions that won't be supported.
Okay. Jokinter, that's the answer. It's not. It won't be supported. Okay. So the next thing here, question is earlier you Abdul mentioned that we can okay, the user or the person who is taking the exam can mark the questions. Now he's just giving a feedback that it would be good if we have all the questions number at the right side with different colors showing attempted, unattempted, or marked for review.
Yeah, this is made in a very like a cat-like testing environment, right? Like if you taken any competitive exams like a Prometric or any type of testing centers where you go and take like Microsoft, Cisco, or AWS type of certification, right? Like how the test interface looks like. That is how this testing platform has been created, like an actual testing environment, right? So changing the colors, moving the right to left, like we have not thought about it because it's kind of like how the standard testing is done. Like you can always like recommend that in our roadmap. So if,
What he means there is that, so for example, he's taking the exam, so he can jump back to a particular question by just clicking the question number.
yes, yes, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, at the end, you'll have a questions review page where it lists all the questions, and you can pick and choose a question to go back and change your answer. So that is where you have the mark for future review. An option would be there. You can review the question anytime before submitting it for final scoring.
Okay. Now we are going to. Do you have your plan? Okay. Braincert. Let me just share the plan on PitchGround.
Do you want us to cover the virtual classroom for 5-10 minutes, or
Okay.
you
Yes, please. Then we can talk about what plans are
yeah,
available.
sure. Really, could you quickly show us the virtual
Yeah, yeah,
classroom?
sure.
This is one of our
Yes,
flagship product.
Rini.
We launched our first VC in the year 2014. We are early adopters to WebRTC and HTML5. It's a very mature product. Besides like a Zoom-based video conferencing, it provides like whiteboards, latex execution editor, Wolfram Alpha, a lot more features, right? Like tailored for online tutoring and online classes. So Rini is going to show us, and we run one of the biggest data centers in 10 global locations, including like China, India, and different places. So you can pick and choose a data center where you want to host your live class, or let the system pick the center for you based on like latency, and the distance and different computations, right? It's all yours. Thank you.
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Yasin. So you'll have a 10 default data locations where it will work for in the low latency as well. So you can select the data center which is near to location where it do not have any lag in your connectivity. Or you can set it as the auto select. It will based on latency, it will just select the data center. And you can just add your title, date and time, and you can select the time zone. And if you want the recurring classes, you can select the recurring
Could you
classes.
please click on the data center drop down and quickly show what
Yeah,
are the
sure.
locations we support?
So we do support US East West region,
Um,
Europe and Asia, and
I
Middle
think the
East
screen
region.
sharing is not showing the drop down. Anyway, move forward. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Then you can have a recurring classes. So you'll have a different types of class repeats. You can schedule whether daily or weekly or month. You can select those days, and you also have an 15 default languages inside your virtual classroom. So if you enable yes, the students will have an option to change their language according to your requirement, and you can add your description, and you can also select the recording option whether it can be recorded automatically. So the instructor not having the recording button options availability, or you can select no, they will have a recording button availability, and you can have the maximum attendees. How you can have all this available. So I'm just scheduling. So your live classes would be listed here. So you can just click on the launch options and you can just go inside your virtual classroom. So suppose if you're scheduling it for 9:30 a.m., the teacher can go prior 30 minutes before to prepare your lessons. So this how the platform will look like. So you could find different types of whiteboard access, and each whiteboard can be renamed, and you can export them in terms of PDF. And you'll have an recording options availability, and audio and video option, and share screen options as well. And coming to this part, so here you'll have a video options. So if I enable this video option, so you could able to view my videos options here. So you can expand, enlarge, and you can just um, move down. You could able to find all, and even you'll also have an audio and video options here. This is the chat option. This would be a public chat where you can chat that with your students, or if you want to click on particular students, you can just chat with them. And you'll also have a private chat option. So you can just select the students option and you can just chat with the particular user. And you will have a different breakout rooms options availability. So suppose if you have different types of people around your virtual around your session. So if you want to provide them any assistance or if you want to provide them any work, so you can just move them into different breakout rooms. And but they will have a connectivity between the teachers, so they can chat with the teachers and you can move them, and you'll also have an code data features availability. So you can just so we do have different types of languages being supported, so you can use for the different languages. So C, C++, Java, similar to that.
Yeah, this is used for like collaborative coding. The learner can also code with the instructors. You can also lock unlock a specific code page, so the learners can collaborate with you. You can also pop on top of the whiteboard to make it bigger. So you enlarge the code editor over the whiteboard, so it becomes entire like a coding session, right? So this is great for teaching code. We support group screen sharing, which she showed earlier. Like multiple people can share screen at the same time. We can go back and forth between screens, whiteboards, uploaded documents. Yeah, so really show us the whiteboard tools, like the
Okay.
some of the tools that we have. Yeah.
So we do have a pencil tool, highlight tool, line tool, and you could able to have a text tools availability. And you can also use the emoticons.
Yeah, emojis are a great way to give feedback for younger students. They love putting an emoji on the whiteboard. If you are teaching for very younger students, they love it. And also we have like a latex equation editor, right? So it's great for teaching maths. You can pick and choose the equation, the relationship, logic. It will generate a equation for you on the fly. This is a great way to generate equation. And we also have an integration called Wolfram Alpha. That's kind of like a knowledge engine. Think of it like a Siri in your iPhone, but this is visually on the whiteboard. You can ask any question like multiply this number by that number, or how tall is the Empire State Building, or whatever the question that you ask, it's going to give you the answer visually on the whiteboard, right? So this is a great reference tool for instructors, whatever you're teaching. So you can quickly show that visual output on the whiteboard and bring all the world's knowledge right on your whiteboard itself, right? And yeah, go over the grade, the background grade, and other papers, the other type we
Okay.
support.
So you could able to change the background of the paper. Suppose if you want to teach them any graph, so this will be more important for you, and you could able to clear the whiteboard, and you'll have a different types of color picker tool availability. So suppose if you're drawing any shapes or something, you can just use the color picker tool. And the main important things, you'll have an allowed to draw options. Suppose if you can allowing this, they will have a limit. Students will have a limited availability for that. So they'll stick only to the board one. They could have a limited availability for them. Likewise, pencil tool, line to be available for them. And if you disable this, they'll not have any access unless you provide them. And here you will have a different types of document tool. So either you can use upload from the Google Docs, or you can choose that from the library. So this library is a content library which has been available inside your LMS platform. And you can also choose that from your local storage. And even from the embedded in cloud storage, you can just upload them. It will ask mm, Google Drive or in a OneDrive. You can just copy it,
Yeah,
you can
so you
paste
can
it.
bring your content from literally anywhere, right? So we use centralized content library. You can use the same content in courses, virtual classroom, assessment, and multiple places, or bring it from cloud like SharePoint, OneDrive, Google Drive, and so on. Or you can directly collaborate over a Word Google document, right? So you can share a Google document link and collaborate over the whiteboard. All the attendees can collaborate on the same Google document interactively, right? So there are so many ways you can bring content for or right on the whiteboard for collaboration, and you can annotate on top of any uploaded document or a shared screen. You can annotate on top of a shared screen also, right? So the um, maybe a different color would show over the black color. Yeah. For example, she is sharing the screen, and she could go back to the virtual classroom and annotate on top of a document, a shared screen. This is a live screen she is sharing, and you can completely annotate over anything, right? This is a great way to teach anything or collaborate with your team, or you can use this for live tutoring, group collaboration, or even webinars, like like very interactive webinars. Anything it's possible through the virtual classroom platform, right? Yeah, there's a lot of tools. You can export all the whiteboard content to cloud storage. You can bring the content on in any future sessions. So the cloud storage integration is supported for exporting any whiteboard content. The lot of features, right? We support simulcast, which automatically adapts to the learner's ability. The bitrate and bandwidth conditions, and even in like a very low bandwidth condition, it works really great. It's optimized for mobile device. It works on any standard mobile browser like Chrome or Safari 12 Plus browser on iOS. So that you can use it in any devices. So you can use this as a standalone platform or use it as part of a course as well, right? So that's how Braincert works. Like every tool works separately or they complement each other. So you have a very robust platform with all the tools for delivering synchronous and also asynchronous learning environment. So I know like it's so many things we want to cover, but we want to keep it short. So hopefully we've shown all the high level features. We can take any questions that people have. So you want to go over the pricing plan, Elma?
Yes, please. Can you please share the plans available in PageGround right now?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Let's go there. Let me share my screen.
Okay, there you go.
Okay, perfect. Okay, here we have like three plans. So we have plan A, B, and C. The plan A is from our very small business plan. Let me bring it over here. Let me go to the pricing. We have some promotion if you want to buy directly on our website. We have some promotion going on now. Okay, so this is plan A is mapped to the pro plan in our website, right? So which has all the limits. You can always click on, see all features and see what it supported. So because we mapped it to the actual plan, you're going to get all the feature updates to the specific plan with all the features that currently it has. Both plan B and C are from our most business plan, right? So very small businesses for individual course creators, entrepreneurs, small teams, and so on, who want to sell the courses and content online. Most business plan are more suitable for customer training, partner training, employee training, those type of use cases, right? It unlocks a lot more enterprise grade features, right? So that is mapped to the gold plan in our website, so which is the highest plan. It has all the features like question analysis, HIPAA compliant. LTD we are not offering this because there's too much cost to maintain it. These three are not available in LTD plans that's mentioned in the pitch ground deals page. But you're gonna get like SAML, SSO, other advanced integrations, SCOOM Cloud, everything is come standard. Um, so the 10 domains is an upcoming feature. So we throw in as part of the deal. It's something we are targeting Q2 next year. So you can segment your LMS into multiple domains. Each domain can have its own like onboarding path, like its own courses, users. In that way, you can use one domain for customer training, another for employee training, other for partner training. Everything can be controlled in one single place, right? So that's an upcoming feature. So we made it part of the deal. Yeah, so it's pretty clear, and there is a Google Drive page here which shows you all the plan comparison, very detailed. You can look at all the features that we offer. It's not just courses. You're going to get assessments, virtual classroom, gamification, um, all the advanced integrations. So that would help you to understand the difference between these three plans.
Okay, so let's go one by one with the questions about the plans. Maybe even before the plan, because Arco is asking. Let's just say this one. Okay, what is the total customer base and number of students enrolled to Braincert courses?
It's unlimited courses. I mean, unlimited courses you can create and unlimited learners you can create. There is no
I,
limit
I
on.
I think he's asking how big is your customer base right now?
Oh, our customer base.
Mhm.
We have like over 100,000 plus users all over the world using our platform, and we have like over 500 plus mid-sized to large customers using the platform.
Right. And he's also asking about the funding status of the company.
We are self-funded. We didn't see a reason for funding because
Hmm.
we can run the show as it is. We are also in talks with some VC companies at this time, but we don't have any immediate plans. But maybe sometime next year, because we are in a time like we are financially sufficient, and we take care of all the employees and expenses. So we
Right.
are doing good. Yeah,
Right. And actually, before we had this live stream, I talked to Yasin, and okay, Braincert has been in business for already 9 years, and they have a stable monthly income or monthly revenue, recurring revenue. So I hope that helps. Okay, and that they did this LTD launch in on Peach Ground to help with more visibility.
that is correct. So we are doing this specifically for brand awareness,
Hmm.
because a lot of customers don't know Brightset, because we focus so much on product, and we lost traction somewhere. Customers, when they start using our product, like, wow, this is like really great. Like, why I haven't heard about Brightset before, right? So that's the
Exactly.
exact reason why we are doing this.
Right.
Oh
So
yeah,
I just, yes, I need them to understand that, hey, that you came to LTD not because you don't have funding or anything, or not, or you're a new company, but actually
exactly.
you are a stable company and you are looking for more visibility.
And if you look at, we gave like so many giveaways in a lot of groups.
Right.
If we can afford to give a lot of giveaways, so it's not like it's hurting us. Yeah.
Exactly. And in fact, online learning or online learning platforms is one of the one of the most, one of the fastest growing market, and it's just going to grow.
Exactly, absolutely, yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
all we're going to guarantee all the future updates for all the three plans that we mapped out. Yeah.
So these are all guaranteed, right?
This is actually tied to our website plan. Whenever we do an update to the website plan, you're going to get that update.
Okay. And let's see. And Spanish is one of the languages supported, right?
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely. For LMS and also
Okay.
virtual classroom, I think we didn't have time to show all the virtual classroom
Right.
features. It's Spanish is supported as well. Yeah.
Okay.
And you can also allow your learners to pick and choose their own language in the virtual classroom. LMS, you can enforce it on the group level, or you can force it on a global level.
Okay. Now, because Braincert has so many options, in fact, it has a lot of features that we cannot cover in a live stream. We need at least 10 live streams to cover these features, you know? Okay. So, do you have any sample of real virtual schools using it, using
Oh
Braincert
yeah,
now?
so we can share some links. Maybe if you tag me in the Facebook group,
Okay.
I can actually share you all the references. Yeah.
Okay, that will be great. Yes. And okay, so this question is how many students can be online at a time in a class? So it depends on your plan. So for plan A, you have, I forgot how many, but plan B, you can have 1,250 concurrent
Oh yeah,
users.
so so the plan A is unlimited active users, because it's very small business plan. It comes with all the tools for selling your courses, assessment, and live classes. Plan B and C are enterprise plans. That's kind of like a traditional LMS based plans. So we restrict based on the number of active users who can sign in at the same second in the LMS, right? Not like monthly. It's like every given second, which is a lot of users if you look at it technically, right?
Right,
We provide unlimited site admins. It comes with groups, roles, so you can segregate users in groups and roles. A lot of advanced security features and complaints with Plan B and C. Both are our gold plan in our website. Unlimited registered users. The virtual classroom has its own limit. This is our own virtual classroom product. So it has, like, let's say 10,000 minutes. You can launch like 50 classes at the same time, or you launch like five now, or one tomorrow, or three, or day after. So you can launch number of classes based on the virtual classroom minutes. So we don't calculate the minutes based on the attendee. It's on a global level. Let's say if you have 10 people joining a class, it's still 60 minutes, not like 10 multiplied by 60, right? Similarly, we restriction on number of attendees. Like, let's say Plan B and C supports like 30 attendees per live class. So you can have 10 live class each with 30 attendees. If you want to increase the limit anytime in the future, we can give you a reasonable quote just for the limit increase. I want more limit for virtual classroom, or I want more active users in Plan B and C. I want, like, higher SCOM cloud limit on uh, file size, or any limit that you want. You can work with our sales team, and we'll be more than happy to give you a better quote just for the limit increase, not for the LTD that you already have.
Okay, and do remember that actually there are no transaction fees with Braincert here.
Absolutely. So we don't charge any transaction fees. There is no middleman. All the money comes directly to you,
Okay, yeah, and it's an instant payout. Okay,
instant
uh,
payout. Correct.
right. Okay, the whiteboard, is it available for all plans?
Yeah, all the plan comes with virtual classroom, and you have the limit. The minutes varies. Like plan A comes with 5,000 virtual classroom minutes, B and C like 10 or 20,000 minutes, 30,000 virtual classroom minutes. So the variation is based on the number of minutes. Um, if you want like more minutes, I would recommend going with like 2 or 3 LTD plan, because if you look at the LTD, this is like 1/5 of what we are charging for annually in our website. This is a great opportunity to take advantage of what we are offering. Plan B and C will never be on LTD again in the future. We may do one LTD on very small business plan one more time next year, but Plan B and C will never be on LTD after this deal, pitch ground deal is over. Oh, looks like we
Okay,
something happened.
yeah, something happened. We got all
Did
cut
we lose
off.
everyone?
Oh, we are back again. No
Oh, okay.
worries.
It's back.
Okay, because we are on Facebook and YouTube. Okay,
Okay.
all right. The system is so buggy today. All right.
Mm. Okay. Looks like it happened again.
Okay, this is really strange. All right, because it happened again. Okay, let's see. With Plan C, okay, we would be able to add domains beyond 10 domains, right? And
No, the
uh,
restriction, I think, LTD, we cannot make any domain changes because it's
mhm.
the plan limit, right? You can either go with plan B or C, 5 and 10. That would be the max domain we will support.
Okay, so for example, they are going to go beyond 10 domains and they purchase Plan C. If you need more domains, just go back to Yasin and ask for a quote for
Yeah, you can
additional
always
domain
talk to the
costs.
sales team, and we can work out something. Yeah.
Right. So you have Rini and Abdul as well that can help you with all these. Um,
Yeah.
okay, so now domains, subdomains. So one domain, would each subdomain utilize one domain out of the 10 domains in Plan C?
So think of it like a branch, right? So each you have a one parent or like a subdomain which you can map to an external domain. Within that, you can create multiple domains, kind of like a branch type of thing within the domain. And each domain that you create within the LMS, you can map it an external domain. So technically, you can have 10 external domains pointing to the same account, right? Like customer.mycompany.com or partner.mycompany.com, learning.mycompany.com. They all point to the same data store, but they all have a different experience. They have it because for them it's going to look like their own platform, but they all coming managed through the one central place.
Okay.
But
And can
if you have more questions, we can take this offline and explain you better if you tag me in the Facebook post, because we keep getting the same questions all the time. I have all
okay,
the
okay.
yeah.
That will be good. Yes, but we can still answer. Okay, just last two questions. Can we have an independent store irrespective of the courses launched for tier
I think
one?
Plan A doesn't support online store feature. It only comes with Plan B and C.
Okay, thank you. And can we integrate Zoom with Braincert for live
Yeah,
classes?
if you look at our roadmap in our website, we have Zoom integration and third-party meeting app integration currently in progress. Hopefully, we should launch it in within a month. So the limit for virtual classroom is only for our virtual classroom product, not for Zoom or any third-party link, because your subscription is coming from Zoom or third-party, right? So we're gonna
Right.
give you the tight integration. You can launch Zoom directly within the platform, or any third-party like even Google Meet or WebEx or anything of the sort. You can put your link and make your learners join that. Yeah.
Okay, so I think that's all the questions we have so far. Oh, we got through it. Thank you. Thank you for the questions. And because this is
Thanks for your.
helping BrainCert improve the product as well. Okay, so we are now going to go with our live giveaway, and I will share my screen. And thank you so much, Yasin, for your generosity. We are going to give away tonight five licenses.
Yeah, 5 Plan A Ltd coupons we are giving
Plan
away
A,
with
right?
this giveaway.
Five Plan A.
Yeah, thanks everyone for all your questions. If you have more, like I'm very active on answering all the questions. If you tag my name, please feel free to tag me in Elma's group. Thank you.
Yes. Okay, I will definitely tag you. Okay. Okay, I'm trying to show my screen. All right. So let me call up everyone. And by the way, before we go, I want to show everyone that you could actually purchase um Braincert on Peach Ground. Until when are you live on Peach Ground?
Yeah, until like I think January 15th. Yeah, most likely yes. You have one more
Okay,
month. Yeah.
and the link to get Braincert is on top here. So it's nttl.inc@Braincert slash Braincert. Okay, so Let me call everyone to make sure that I got everyone's name. So I have Ankit, Ashu Sharma, Aur Koji, BL Samota, Charanjit Singh, Dinesh Naik, Andy Mion Chung, Indiprit Singh, Jao Ortega, Joginder Sharma, J.R. Gonzalez Krishna, Laksha Chowdhury, Mamta, Mandy, Mark C. Draper, Mishti Singh, Niru Walia, Nilayan Ghosh, Pere Tuvetlak, Poonam Sharma, Pravash Chandra, Raj Beer, Ranveer, Rosie Walia, Simran Kaur, Solvene, and Trevor Nicholas. So please be here when I say your name, and then you will win. All right? Okay, so let's start with the first one. Okay, is Rosie here? Okay, I cannot even find my chat box. Okay, this is so funny. So is Rosie here? Okay, let's remove Rosie. Next is Simran Kaur. Is Simran around? Let me just write these down. Okay, so Simran is here and Rosie is here, so they are both here. Congratulations. Okay, so let's do the shuffle again. And okay, Sol Vene. Okay, Sol, are you around? So please make yourself, just announce that you're available, please. Thank you. Okay, and Pere to Fedlak. Oh, I'm sure he's here because he's been asking a lot of questions. Alright. And the last one, Joginder. Is Joginder around? Okay. I couldn't find Joginder. Is Joginder around? Joginder Sharma. Okay, Joginder is here. Perry is here. Sol Vene. I'm looking for Sol Vene. Is Sol around? Okay. Anyway, Yasin, how can they claim their prize, the Plan A? Oh,
Sorry,
I
I can share
yes.
you the coupons, so you can give it to them if you'd like.
Okay, so for all the winners, please contact me. Send me a message. So I have Rosie Walia, Simran Kar, Solvene, Pere, and Joginder. Send me a message and I will send the codes to you. So thank you so much, Yasin. And what I'll do after this, probably by tomorrow, I'll try to do it right after this, is I will write a post about Braincert in our groups, and you can ask questions about Braincert, and Yasin and his team will answer any of your questions. Because there is so much that Braincert can offer here, and it's really a much better I wouldn't even say alternative. It's much better than Kajabi, Teachable, Thinkific, Learn World, and Talent LMS. I really love the features that I've seen today. So thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Yasin. Thank you, Rini, and thank you, Abdul. And good night, everyone. And I hope that this helped everyone know more about Braincert and why we should be using Braincert, especially if we are into online courses or if we do any trainings in particular. Okay, thank you so much, everyone, and good night.
Thanks, everyone. Bye
Thank
bye.
you. Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.